YouTube, what's up? I'm back with another video, and as you can tell by the title below, all brushes. Don't mind the noise in the background. People are just waking up, and I'm still up. I haven't been to sleep yet. But if you're wondering why this is on my head, this is what I put on my head when I go to sleep. There's a whole video on it, so go watch that now. So let's get right into this video. So I'm gonna get into my face brushes first, then I'll do my eye brushes, if that makes sense. Alright, so first things first, I have this mode brush. I forgot what these are called, but this is a Moda 801. It looks like a toothbrush. I don't know. Don't mind this wing that's not together. My wings. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I just now noticed it. But yes, I use this to put on foundation. Just spread it all nice and good. And yeah, so the Moda brush. In case you're wondering, here's a close up. And here's the stem. There you go. This next brush here is from Makeup Shack. It's a T6 brush, and it's just a little flat top. So I also use this to blend in foundation as best as I can get it. And I also use this for concealer sometimes as well. So here's a nice little close-up of the brush and the number. And then here's the head. And then here's that. This is one of my newly found favorites. I just got this brush like not that long ago. Okay, this next brush here is from Sony Keshik. It came into a set where like all the brushes were different colors. The Sony Keshik symbol is right here, and it has like flowers on like the little stem, and it's just like a round contouring brush, and it's kind of thick. Oh, look at all that powder. Look at all that powder. So yeah, it's kind of thick. It gets right up and into that little cheekbone area. It's perfect. I haven't really been using this brush that often, so it's there in case I want to use it, if that makes any sense. Okay, this is another Sony Keshik brush. Again, symbol. And this one's more of like a round, fluffy brush. I actually use this to get right into the contour to kind of blend it in really good. I also will use it to set my concealer with powder. And again, flowers on the stem. And then here it is. Go. This is like one of the most used brushes that I own. So this brush right here, sorry I was posing. I don't want to say the name because I might say it wrong, so I'm going to spell it. It's actually like this though. It's F.A.A.H large angle contouring brush. And the number is 305. And on the other side, it's so cute. It says, "Be beautiful, be you." So here's the brush, and the other side that says, "Be beautiful, be you." I don't know if you can really see that. And then here's the angled brush. I got this in an Ipsy bag, and ever since, I've just been actually doing my contour with this. And then I would take off the contouring on like a little pan that gets off your shadow off your brushes. And I will use this to also blend as well. so this brush here is a Sephora brand brush. You can see the name Sephora. And in the little brush here has like a green, a purple, and a blue glitter. It doesn't move, it's just still. This is like a fluffy brush that I have here. My boyfriend got me this for Christmas. It comes with a set that is like $25. Well, it used to. I don't know if it still is. This brush I might use to also set my concealer or just blend in a regular powdered foundation. And this is kind of not that much of a used brush in my little pack I have. Okay, so I have this brush here. It says Beauty Essence, sorry, and it says a total face brush. And this is a brush that broke. So yes, I'm so mad right now. I'm gonna have to glue this joint back together because this is actually my favorite brush. Like I said, it's a total face brush. So here's what the little brush, I want to call these a stem, so I'm going to call them a stem throughout the video. The brush stem, and this is what the brush looks like, just nice and fluffy. You can see that, and it's so soft. I love it. I don't know where I got this brush from. If I ever find one like this, I will let you guys know. I keep saying that in like every video almost. This brush is one of the highly brushes that I use in all my brushes that I have, because I blend everything with this. I set my concealer with this. I use this brush for regular powder. I love this, and it's just perfect. Gets all over the face and all the little areas. It's perfect. Okay, so this next brush here is a Moda unicorn styled brush. This is what this stem looks like, a unicorn horn. And then it's a little fluffy brush. It's kind of messed up, as you can see, like this piece right here. I don't know what it is. I washed it and it just never went back. I use this for blush. So this is the least brush that I've been using. It used to be my highlight brush because I use it for highlights, but it was too big for highlights. So I just was like, okay, I don't need this brush anymore. So I rarely use it for when I use blush, and I hardly ever use blush ever. So yeah. Okay, so this brush right here is a Real Technique brush. It's orange with like this little plastic tip at the end, and it's like a nice little tapered brush. You can see it says Real Techniques on it. I don't know if you see that, but it's nice and tapered all around. You can see. And I use this brush for my highlights. It's not too big, it's not too little, but it's perfect to just get into the spots that need highlights and so on and so forth. And it's nice and fluffy. I don't know what else to use this kind of brush for. If anybody knows, please let me know, because I could probably have more ideas for this brush than just highlighting. Okay, so up next is all my eye brushes. I have a lot. I might say that I use a couple of brushes for like concealer, but sometimes I use them for eyes too, so that's why they're in this category. Okay, so up next is this Makeup Shack T15 brush, and the stem is white and it says Makeup Shack on it. I don't know. I don't know if you can see that, and the number, and it's just a nicely tapered, well, a slight tapered eyeshadow blending brush. It gets all over the eye, nice and perfect, and this brush is just so nice and soft. I love Makeup Shack, so I do recommend every single brush that I am showing you today. Okay, so this next brush is also from Makeup Shack. It's the Makeup Shack T11 brush. There it is. And then this is what the brush looks like. This is also a crease brush, but this is not that tapered. On the top it is. And this is good to get right into that crease. This is good to put eyeshadow in place and take that last brush and just kind of blend it out a little more. But this is also good for blending if you want a shadow to be just in a perfect little space. Again, it's Makeup Shack. What more can I say? Okay, so I have this another Makeup Shack brush, which is the T32. And there's the stem. Has gold right here. And again, it's another tapered blending brush. This one is a little thinner than the first Makeup Shack brush I showed you. This is really good for blending, just blending. It's perfect. I loved it. I still love it. It's one of the new brushes that I have from this brand. Okay, this next brush that I have here is a Moda brush. And again, it has the unicorn styled stem. And as you can see, it's a nice little pointed, tapered eyeshadow brush. It's kind of thick, but this is good to blend in a couple of shades that you want right into the crease. It's really good, surprisingly. I usually use this brush mainly to just set my eye when I put the base down. This brush is not that much of a use. Like, I probably wouldn't even need it in my collection, but it comes in handy. Okay, so this next brush right here is a Morphe M514 brush. Here's the stem. It's black, and it has a silver hardware, I guess you can say. I don't know what that would be called. It's a nice little tapered brush. It's only like really tapered on the top of the brush, but this is good for getting right into that crease if you just want to put a small amount. And it's also good just for blending as well. I just got these and I've already fallen in love with these. This is like one of my first Morphe brush that I've ever had. Okay, and this is my second Morphe brush. It's the M506. Again, black stem with like a silver top. And it's just a brown, nicely little bit of a tapered brush. This is good for setting shadow into the crease. It blends good as well, but I like it for more like just setting something in there and then just having like a little nice little bit of a blending to it. If I use a bigger brush, it will smoke out the shadow. Like if I use this just to set a shadow down and then I take another brush and just try to smoke it out, blend it, it will just smoke it out and make it look like it's not like, make it look like another brush did work, basically. But I do love this brush. I found a thing on Pinterest that was recommended Morphe brushes, and I found this brush in their little post and I bought it, and ever since I did, I love it. And again, this is my second Morphe brush. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about all these brushes. I'm trying to fasten this video. So there's this brush right here, which is the Makeup Shack T9. This is like a pencil brush that can really just like get that shadow right up in there, like nice and deeply. I don't think it's really good for blending. I wouldn't try. This next brush is kind of like another pencil brush, but it's more thinner, and I use this to get right into my lower lash line It's the Makeup Shack T8 brush. As you can see, it's just a little bit thinner. Okay, so this next one is a Makeup Shack T53, and it's just a flat head brush, nice and flat. People tell me that this is actually a good concealer brush if you want to use it for concealer, but I haven't, just my eyes. And then this next one was one of my very first Makeup Shack brushes, which is the T12 brush, which is just like a medium-sized blending tool for your crease. It gets like right in there. Like how I do my eyes, I do like a let me show you. I do a look of it, like a shadow that's just like over like the first shadow that I make it really big, and it goes down to my crease. And then I do another one that's actually in my crease, and I use this to kind of just get up in there and try to make it a little thicker. And then I'll use like a pencil brush to actually add a shadow into the crease. But this, like I said, it's like the second of how I do my eyes. It's kind of tapered a little bit. As you can see, like there's a lot that's just coming off the brush. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if it was just because of how I treated the brush or not, or if it's just how the brush is. I want to find out from a couple of people. If you have any Makeup Shack brushes, please let me know how your brush is if you have this T12 brush. Okay, so now I got more brushes. I have this Makeup Shack T54 brush, which is just a liner brush. I use this to do my brows, like when I use the base to try to outline them. That's what I use this for. I love this. I don't use an actual angle brush to do that. I just use this. Okay, next I have this Makeup Shack T14 brush, and it's just a little tiny brush, and this is a small detailing brush, and I feel like this works good if you want to add like a real dark shade to your outer corner. This is an amazing brush for that. Otherwise, you can use it to like if you're doing like a halo look and you don't want to use like a thick flat brush, you can use this, which is, I recommend it. It's amazing. It takes time with this brush, but it just gets perfect. Okay, so the next one is this random brush. I bought this randomly at Rite Aid. It's a dual end, which is a nice blending brush, and the pencil on the other side. I used to use this brush a lot because I needed one, and real quick I just went to Rite Aid and I found this. But I haven't used it since, so I have no use for this. It just is there in case I might need it. So I have another Rite Aid brush, which is like a smudger. I rarely use this for my eyes. I do use it for my nose contour when I do use my nose contour, because otherwise I'll just take a brush and just put like, you see my trick, I'm not gonna explain. Okay, so the next brush here is from the Sephora brand. This is a flat brush, which is little. I've used this for like, say I need my base, maybe for like glitter glue. That's what I use. And so I got some other brushes, which I'll show you as well, and then I stopped using this for glue. But this is like a least used brush in the pack. Like, I don't even need it. And then I have the other brush from this brand. This is like a in the crease brush. I've never used this for it. I might use it for my under eye to just try to blend out my under eye. Otherwise, I don't need this brush at all. But my boyfriend bought it for me, so I'm going to find a way to use it. Okay, so I have these brushes here. So I'm going to start with these two. Oh, these two here. These two came with the Naked 1 and the Naked 2 palettes. I kept them because, as you can see, the flats, I use the flats for my eyes if I want to tap glitter, or I might use it to blend out the base that I use, or I might even use it as a concealer brush. They're kind of like not a use, but I keep them in just in case if I do need them. Okay, so now I have this extra blending brush, which is a cosmetic brush. This is one of the highly used brushes that I have. It's a dual end, and again, blending your crease. And this is just a regular eyeshadow brush. It's not flat. It's definitely not like not flat. It's just not flat. I'm not saying it. Usually I would take this and take a nice setting color to set the base, or I might use it just to do a little simple look. So as you can see, these blue brushes here, 2 of them are in plastic, 2 of them are out of plastic. Like again, these are for like glue and to add glitter. Only for that reason. I wouldn't use them for anything else. I might use something like this to just get into my underline area. But other than that, they're just here. I got these from the Veronica app, and they're kind of not that great of a brushes. The Veronica app, I thought they were gonna be like kind of like blending tools as well. They were all flat top brushes, like flat brushes. So again, glue and stuff like that. Okay, so I have this brush right here that I usually use just for concealer. Just to get right up in there, sharpen it. I might use this to also sharpen my liner or help to outline my lipstick or something like that. I got this at the Family Dollar. This is before I had gotten all those other brushes. I used to use it for glitter glue as well. Okay, so I have these as well. These aren't really brushes, but they are in my brush container. I use this little guy here to get rid of any excess hairs that I have for my brows. Right now, I need this like ASAP. I definitely need a new one, but I definitely do use these. They come in handy, I'm telling you, because sometimes I lose my tweezers, and this comes in handy. And then I have this little guy, which is from Ulta. This is a very highly used tool that I use. I use this to help place on my lashes. I use to squeeze my lashes and fake lashes together to have that effect. And this is just like a really highly recommended tool that I tell everybody to get. And it's just the #1 thing that I use mainly. Okay, so if you like all the brushes that I have, please give this video a thumbs up. I just thought that I would show you all my brushes. I know you see them when I do my makeup looks and so on and so forth, but why not show you and explain them to you and stuff like that. I know I get more brushes like ever so often, and sometimes you'll see me use a new brush and you'll be like, oh, what is that? I'll tell you, but sometimes I won't tell you, and then you'll be like, what kind of brush is that? And so I figured this video is good. Next couple of videos I do want to do with brushes. Well, next one video is showing you how I clean my brushes. So that will be like the next little video that I do for you that has to do with brushes. So if you think I have a lot of brushes, trust me, there's some sitting over there that are not useful at all. And I have some in like a box that were like super old that I should just throw away, but I keep them. I gave away some brushes to my cousins. So yeah, I have a lot of brushes. I love brushes. I actually want to try to get a fan brush. Never used one before. Never. So I need to get on top of that. So if you haven't watched my video on my little reason why I have this on, go watch it now, because you're gonna see how I do my hair for nighttime. So please give this video a thumbs up if you're new to my channel, and if you like brushes much as I do, so please do that. I highly appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe right now, because I promise you, you're gonna love my channel. Bye guys.